Okay, we're here on day 2 at GDHF, and I am here with Njambi from the organization TICO. Njambi, I'm going to ask you to share a little bit about the work that you all do and your background with the folks who are watching.
Sure. So, hi everyone. I'm Njambi Njuguna. I'm a medical doctor. I work with TICO as the Chief Programs Officer. TICO is a tech-enabled organization that reaches out to young girls, 15 to 24 years of age, who are vulnerable because of their economic status and some of the things that they're not able to access because of that. And we address the triple threat in those young girls' lives, specifically HIV, unintended pregnancy, and sexual violence. We use our tech-enabled platform to connect them to services that can help them stay HIV-free or link to services if they're living with HIV, prevent unintended pregnancy, and of course respond to violence for those who are survivors of violence.
That's incredible.
And we do this in several countries.
Incredible. So you went from being a medical doctor to working at a technology company. That's a pretty incredible journey. Are you still practicing? I'm curious a little bit about your background and how you ended up in this role.
Yes, that's a very interesting journey. So I started off in clinical care, of course.
Okay.
And then I realized there are a lot of problems in public health that, direct one-on-one may not solve. So I went into research for a while with adolescent girls and young women for about 5 years. And then I realized there's a lot of research that's not getting translated into actionable programming. So I went into programming for a few years. And then I realized tech can actually elevate everything.
Yeah.
So here I am with TICO, who actually does public health, but with tech.
What a beautiful journey it's been. So I want to ask you, Njambi, what are the things that are most challenging in the work you do? What are the places where you feel like there are points of friction or roadblocks that make it difficult to do this important work, reaching young girls with these incredible programs?
So I think the point that I see as a challenge is the unseen young girl. So we see girls, but girls are not homogeneous. There's the unseen girl who is very vulnerable because she lives in areas where she cannot afford anything. So she has no access to, services, private. If she goes to the public healthcare system, she gets lost because public healthcare systems are not designed for young girls. And in the first place, does she even know she needs these services? Many times they don't even know.
Yeah.
So we try and address the accessibility question by making sure that it's free for use for all the young girls that we reach. We try and address the knowledge question by making sure that we use a peer-to-peer model that they can be reached by someone who will give them information. And then we try and address everything else when they come to the facilities to be able to access the services that they have. So I feel like that young girl, that very vulnerable young girl, is forgotten in a lot of places because we say digital health, but they don't even have a phone.
Sure. Yeah. So those unseen girls are the hardest to reach.
Yes.
And probably the most important in some ways because there aren't a lot of support structures for them in their lives. That's both important and I can imagine very challenging.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're about to turn in the corner into 2026. Njambi, what are you most excited about in the work that you're doing that you want people to know? What is giving you the most hope and inspiration for the new year?
That more and more people are talking about young people and involving, not talking at them, but involving them in this digital revolution that you're having. Also, that we have solutions that will reach people who have no phones. As I mentioned, this young girl don't have phones. So we have to build solutions that will allow them to still have equitable access to all the great things that digital health can do that for them. And what's exciting me most is that at TICO right now, we are using voice biometrics that will help people access services even without phones. You don't need a phone, you don't need anything. Your voice is your identity.
Wow.
So I feel like that.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we thank you for joining us in the pop-up studio and for being here at GDHF, and we wish you tremendous success in the work that you do, the important work that you do. And again, just grateful to have had a conversation with you.
Thank you very much.
All right, Njambi.
Bye.
Take care. All right.